Now, I guess for me right now, there's a little more important things that I want to deal with than things that I have
saving
no
humanity? Because you know what they have in store for us.
Well, we ain't going to change that because that's already written.
Oh.
It's already written in the good book.
Okay, so the good book. All right, we got that going. This guy will give you all the Bible verses connected with this. So what is if we are true believers, what is our responsibility in this?
Well, for me right now, to be honest with you, I'm going to come right out and say it. My responsibility is to make sure that me and my wife are happy in retirement, and we could care less because I'm going to Delaware and I'm not going to hardly pay any personal property or income taxes, and I also have a place that I'm going to be summering up in Maine. That's the same situation, and I won't have to worry about anybody else anymore. I'm sorry.
So is that what the Bible teaches?
Well, to be honest with you, I can't even think about that at this point in time because, you know, I go through my whole life working for the man, and you know, I got to think about.
Do you have children? I mean, this is what we're doing to our own kids. We're not teaching them the truth. They could be breaking free of this. Maybe our grandkids, they could be getting out of this. But we suffer, so then we think, oh, well, they can suffer too. But it's getting worse and worse and worse.
I guess I'm getting selfish because
no, I understand that. But it is our responsibility to teach truth, to tell the truth. If we accept,
but do we know? But see, I don't necessarily know that this is the truth either.
No, you know why?
Why?
Because you don't want to look into it.
No. That's not the case. It's just. There's a lot of false things going on in this world today, and you don't know what to believe is true or not.
Well, you know the water is always flat. Water's always flat on the surface.
Well, if that were the case, I'd be able to look south in the Chesapeake Bay and see nothing but land.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, when you have, how far can you see? Do these railroad tracks ever touch? No.
No.
But our eyes look at it and say, oh, well, look, they come to a point.
Well, yeah, that's
see, it's only how far you can see.
That's physics.
It's how far you can see. It has nothing to do with the reality of it.
Yeah.
We know the water's a flat surface. Look, it goes right on this table, the reflection. This is reality. Mm-hmm. See? If it was really a curved surface, we'd only get like a little dot like it is here. But we're not getting that. So you just got to know what you're looking at.
But
if now, you take in a lie,
based on all this, what would be, how should I say, the benefits of being a flat Earth versus a round one? What's the benefit?
Well, because it's who's in authority.
I'm just asking
on the flat surface, on the flat Earth, we have a creator. Somebody created this place.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We have to follow the laws of this creation. Okay?
Yeah.
So if we don't have a creation, if it's a random, this is a random Big Bang thing. Then it's survival of the fittest.
And the thing, the Big Bang thing is, I like the way they all sit back and say, this is how it was 5 million years ago. Well, ain't nobody been around here that's been here.
Nobody proved that. Correct.
Well,
that's right.
Me.
No, that's right. But
yeah,
the
nobody
thing
proved that because and the way they come up with all these theories, well, this is how it is, and Pangea and all that. Ain't nobody was here back then to say, yeah, this happened.
The big difference is this makes us all equal, and even the government has to be held accountable to this. This makes us like animals, and with survival of the fittest.
But the thing about it is our government's been lying to us for so long, and certain things, the only way that's going to change or whatever is through outright revolution.
If you stand up for this, one person at a time.
You're talking about outright revolution.
No, I'm talking about your family.
My family's all gone.
No, you, your wife, and your kids, if they all start believing this, 3% of the population can say no and have a great effect. That's what it comes to. It doesn't matter what comes into you, man, that defiles him, it comes out. If you believe a lie, you're acting on the lie.
Yeah, well, I don't necessarily believe the lie.
Well, you're acting on it because you're not talking against it.
Yeah,
The thing about a Christian is the Christian has to open their mouth.
A lot of other things come first before.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
This is God.
Okay,
this is the Creator.
I don't want to live on the street.
This is the Creator.
I don't want to live on the
Look,
street.
you can move to Delaware. You can save all your taxes. You can do all of that stuff you wanted to do.
Yeah.
But from this point on, you cannot say we live on a spinning ball. You realize that?
Yeah, I'm not a firm believer in that either, because
you are responsible.
They actually allegedly go out into space somewhere and look back.
You know why?
Why?
There is no outer space. We live.
I don't know about that, but
within. No, NASA's lying. Look what NASA gives us. This is what NASA has on their website. So which is the United States? Which one? You pick it. That's right on their website. Did you know they use wires and harnesses when they're inside the ISS? When they're outside, they're in a desalinated pool. We have bubbles in space. You look on YouTube, bubbles coming up the astronaut's helmet. How does that happen in outer space? When you have the vacuum of outer space and we have air pressure on the Earth, that cannot happen without a physical barrier. You just got to think a little bit.
Yeah, but
NASA's lying. You know how much money they get? $52 million a day. You wouldn't have to move.
They get way more than that.
You wouldn't have to move. See?
There's a lot of things that would.
So
that
all you
happen.
have to do is start telling the truth.
That would make things better for everybody, but it ain't.
Yes, it's not going to happen.
And not
really?
until
all things are possible.
It's outright revolution. In other
the
words,
faith of a mustard seed can move a mountain. You don't believe the Bible. You say you do.
I didn't say that.
I
didn't say that I believed it.
So what is it?
I didn't say that I didn't believe it either.
Well, what do you have to make a choice then on your life?
Well, I contradict myself in order to formulate my opinion on what other people say.
I hear you contradicting yourself a lot. I do.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason.
So you're a little confused.
No, not really.
Yeah, not really.
What it is I don't know what to believe because there's a lot of false things
Well,
out
you got to grow a set, and you got to make a decision. You got to be a man.
Well,
a lot of people say I'm more of a man than a lot of men.
Well, that's possible.
See, you got to stand for what you believe in. That's what you got to do.
But I don't necessarily know if.
Well, I can teach you everything you need to know. I've been teaching this a year and a half now.
But how can you prove it?
I can prove it.
Like actual physical proof?
Yes, physical proof.
And how would you do that?
Well, ask me a question. I'll prove it.
Well, that's not proof. That's just talk. Proof is.
Well, I went down to Wildwood. I did. I went to Wildwood.
Because, like, if you go and look, and you're standing at the top of Pikes Peak, you can actually see the curvature.
No, you can't.
I did.
No, you cannot.
How can you prove if we had man on the moon?
We never had man on the moon.
I gotta go check up on the boss.
Do you know what? You know what you see when you look out? You see the distance of your eyesight, and that is
pretty much.
That's the circle around you. That's all you see. But it does not curve.
In reflection for what we're talking about, like, you know, I am still looking for what I think I need to believe.
Well, just remember, when you die, you're going to be in front of the Creator, and He's going to ask you, what's your excuse this time?
I'll be good. I'll be good.
No, it has nothing to do with being good.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying I've come to the point in my life where I understand all that. And, you know...
I don't know. If God was standing right in front of me, I don't want to have any excuses.
Well...
See?
We're all fallible.
So you're going to say that...
Nobody's perfect.
So you're just going to say...
We're all going to sit in front of the judgment of God someday.
You got to speak the truth.
I'm not going to go before Him and say I'm a perfect person, because you can't be that.
He's going to ask you specific questions. How come you didn't look this stuff up? He's going to say, what's your name?
Tony.
Tony? How come you didn't look this stuff up, he's going to say to you?
Oh, this has been going on for a long time.
I know it has.
Yeah, since
so you,
the dawn of
how
time.
come you didn't look it up back when you first heard about it? That's what he's going to say to you.
Well,
how come you've been letting these lies go around? How come you let your children believe the lie? That's what he's going to ask you.
I don't have the proof to show them that this is exactly
I got
the case.
proof that gravity does not exist. Things fall, and that's the truth, but it's not gravity that pulls it to the center of the earth. That's not it. It's something else. We're being pushed down, not pulled down.
Yeah, but that's the government doing that to us, pushing us down.
I pray you look this up. Well, I really do. Look, you got lots of time. You can look up these videos.
I haven't come to the conclusion about this whole thing. This has been going on since the days of Copernicus.
And you think he was really a real person?
Well, all them. I'm just talking.
You have
about
to wonder. I question
historic.
even that he was even real.
Yeah.
I don't think Madame Curie. See, they're injecting all these metals into our kids. I don't think Madame Curie was a real person. I think they made her up and made a movie about it and stuck it in a textbook, and we're supposed to believe that, so we take the injection of those poisons into our babies that are giving them autism.
That could very well be true.
So you could be saving those kids.
I understand that. I understand, but no,
if everybody took just a little bit of responsibility, we'd be a whole lot better off.
Well, that's
just
true.
a little bit.
Hey.
Thanks for talking.
Yeah.
I know you got a question in there. You don't want a discussion with me like that guy had, right? Did you get one of my brochures? You can take this home. Well, the teachers are lying in the schools.
So are you.
No, I'm not. You can't say that and not question me on something.
I can question you on anything. Got a question for me?
Ignorance is bliss, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. So you're happy.
Stupid is as stupid does. I hope you have grown children. Because if you had little kids, they would get the shit beat out of them in school for the stuff that you're trying to teach. It's stupid.
Is it?
You're ignorant. You ever been in a plane?
My dad was a pilot.
Have you ever been in a plane?
My dad was a pilot. Yes. I used to fly every week.
Okay.
I dated a pilot who owned an airport.
Come back or you fall off? You don't.
You don't fall off.
You don't.
Because you don't go to Antarctica. You don't. You're not allowed near Antarctica. Look up the Antarctic Treaty. You can't ask me a civilized question.
What's it about? Is it about faith?
No.
What's it about?
Science. This is science. It is science.
No science. You have a stupid faith about
No, it's not. This is science.
Stupid. You're ignorant. You are.
Look in the mirror, buddy.
Turn around and get your ass, because that's what you are.
People get triggered. People get triggered. Yeah, this little thing fell down. I picked her up.
Yeah, it's actually, that's what
Love mail. Love, let's chat. Oh. I need a bag. I was looking at that one big bag, but I need it. It's got to be a little bit wider on the bottom.
I mean, I have, my bags are here, but mine are, like, mine that are wide are kind of, like, bigger, though.
Yeah, I put stuff, like, in it.
Yeah, like these, but they're, like, bigger ones, though, too.
And that's a little too fancy. I'm a little plain. I need a bag that's wider on the bottom, like to put stuff like in. Do you have one like that here, or without me digging through?
Wider on the bottom.
Yeah. Like that wide on the bottom, but like a little bigger on the top.
Bigger than this? Are they about the same size?
I don't know. That's...
This is a...
Oh, now that's an interesting idea, but it's not wide on the bottom, is it? No, it won't stand by itself. That's what I need.
No, this is one of those 31, I believe.
Yeah. Thank you. bags. How can you tell if it's real honey? How can you tell if it's real honey? Because they put out some fake stuff too, you know. And I didn't know how you can tell if it's...
This way. The Chinese been shipping honey in here. They know how to dilute it and make it taste like honey.
I think they use like corn syrup and then they add a flavoring to it and coloring and all that stuff. Yes, and then it hurts us. Real honey is good for you.
A lot of the big keepers, really big guys, they decided that it's not worth to sell honey at 93 cents a pound in the big 60-gallon drums. So what they're doing, they're going to selling bees. They make out they're selling nukes.
How much is this stuff? How much is that?
Oh. These are 10, these are 9, and they're 7.
10, 9, 7.
You can see how,
yeah, I agree with you.
Here's you buy a package of bees, there's the price.
I'll get some,
that's why they
I have to see how much money I got.
It's better to sell the bees than it is the honey.
I'll have to see how much money I got over there. I'll come back from there. Huh? Oh, I'm not selling anything. I'm teaching science over here. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Is this your stuff here? Do you know if you have a bag that's wide on the bottom? Like to carry stuff? A bag that's wide on the bottom. Do you have like a bigger one? Dig through.
Yeah, that hoop there.
Jeez, I don't like digging through stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's in there.
I'm not a digger.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be getting more fun. Walk with Daddy. I'll stay here. Go ahead. Go with Mom.
No, you want to bring us.
Go with Mom. Where is
Yeah, you know why? Horizon's always at your eye level, no matter how high you go. That proves that it's not a curve.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. $2. That would be good. Interested in science at all?
Science?
Yeah. Like real earth science. I teach earth science here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I could open your mind up to some new possibilities.
With my mind?
Yeah, like this. This is a flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. And look, these world organizations all use a flat Earth map. But what do they leave off? Antarctica. They don't want you to know that it goes around the outside edge. See? This is Chicago across Lake Michigan, 60 miles. That should all be hidden by 1,700 feet. That's a 170-story building. That should be hidden under the curve, right? Because look, we have a curvature formula, 8 inches times a mile squared. So 10 miles would be 66 feet. So that's a 6-story building. So what happens is we're seeing too far. And this is not a mirage. We have a guy got in a speedboat, went all the way across, and it never changed with his camera, right? So we're seeing way too far. So Antarctica looks like this. It's holding all the water in around the edge. Reflections on a flat surface, you get a line. If it's a curved surface, you get a spot. You go like this, you only get the spot. But it's flat surface, you get the line. What's the reality? Reality is the line. That's what you see in reality. So why are they teaching us it's a flat, curved surface like the spinning ball? Well, the spinning ball came from the Big Bang. A random event. No creator necessary, right? Somebody created this world we live in. You figure out who the creator is, whether it's a civilization or whatever, I don't know. That's your decision to make, but it definitely was created. It was not a random event. And there's free electricity flowing around up there, and we should be getting that free electricity because we were put here for some reason. And yet the government, which means govern means control, ment is your mind, control the mind, they're taking the place of the creator, and they're controlling everything. That's what this is all about. It's about control and them being parasites and living off of us because we work hard and we suffer. So you should look.
Suffering this year with all this weather that we have is terrible.
So you can look this stuff up. There's a couple of things here you can think about and look it up. Why don't you take that with you? And then teach your kids and your grandkids so they know. And if 3% of the population says, no, we're not doing this anymore, then they have to listen. The revolution was only fought with 3% of the people. But we don't have to, we just have to say no. We don't have to get guns and pitchforks. We just have to say no. We're not paying no school tax for teaching us lies.
Yeah, that's another thing there. Everything's going up in price. Your gas nowadays, my God, I said, I remember when I used to pay 12 cents for a gallon.
Let me tell you about gas. It's a renewable resource. It just comes. It's not dead dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Nope. It's like in abundance. There's no end to it. It just keeps coming and coming. And they lie to us and say, well, there's shortages of fuel. Really? They raise up the price.
Yes, they do.
And they don't have any shortages. I remember in the 70s, the gas lines.
Yep.
I'm 63 years old. I remember those gas lines. No, that was just to hike up the price.
That's what happened is all these years went by and it just kept going up.
So they lie to us to get their way.
Get the money.
Yep, they lie to us to get their way. And then if we got too many people, you know what they do? They pack up all our healthy, strong young men and ship them over to get killed. And that's how they keep the population down. Vietnam was a police action, right? Yeah. They didn't want to stop that until enough people died. That was all that was about.
Yeah.
Just killing people. See, the people who are controlling us are parasites. I think it's because of their inbreeding, the royals inbred. They've lost some of their humanity, so they don't have any empathy or feeling for life. They're a culture of death. That's why you have the pedophiles in the royal families, and you have all these, they don't care. They just want money, money, money. It's like a greed thing with them. They don't have any humanity left in them. It's all been bred out.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Everything in my life so far. I'll be 76 years old coming up.
You're doing good.
And I'll tell you, It's been so terrible.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, the courts are all corrupt.
It used to be. Yeah, it used to
The
be.
courts ruined my family.
Yeah.
And this is the way I am fighting that, by doing something positive, helping people to know the truth. See, that's what I do.
I
So,
know when I got called to go into the service, Vietnam, and I'll tell you what, this whole country and stuff is just went. So what the heck is going on here?
Right.
You know, well, let us do this and do that. You know, why do we have to?
They didn't let you do what you went there thinking you were supposed to do. That's right. They didn't let you do it.
Nope.
So, because they wanted more people to die first. Then they could stop the war. This is how they control population. It's all it is. All that shit in the Middle East, all of that has nothing to do. They killed Gaddafi because he was doing good for his people.
Right.
The man-made river. Know about that?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Well,
Yep. So we just have to tell the truth.
Nowadays.
That's our job on this earth, is to tell the truth. That's all we have to do, is tell the truth. We cannot repeat lies. So we have to know what's true. So that's where we got to do our homework. And then never repeat, don't ever say from now on that this is true. See, that's what I've been convicted of that.
Yeah, the way things are nowadays, it's just...
Well, yeah, and it's getting worse.
Yeah, and the minute you try to do something, they're on you right away.
Oh, yeah. They came after my family. Sure they did. And they put injections in little babies.
Yeah.
You know there's pedophiles out there that kill babies and eat them. There's a case in England called the Hampstead case. I spent a couple hours listening to testimony on that. It is horrific. You would never imagine something horrific like that would happen, and it did. So when you abuse little kids, they grow up to be abusers.
Yeah, because
they think it's normal. Yeah, they think it's the right thing to do.
Yep.
And all those Hollywood types, they're all in on the same thing. They do the same thing. They don't realize it. And the Christians try to protect the kids. They've got to get rid of us. So they had to destroy any kind of creator or the Bible being true. This isn't about faith. This is about science proving the Bible true.
All right, well, what can we do about it, John?
Just tell the truth from now on.
Yep.
That's what you got to do.
Yep.
Say,
I did all my life so far.
Everything, well, yeah, but when we see that spinning ball on the TV, do we say, oh, yeah, we live on a spinning ball? No, that's a lie. See, that's what we got to point out. That's a lie.
Okay.
Thanks for the conversation.
Something new.
Yeah. I like the yellow ones, the amber visions. Yeah, there's some brown ones that are okay, but the black ones are not good for your eyes. Or purple. You girls like the purple, right? Because it's cool. I don't wear them either. In fact, there's something called sun gazing, which you can do early in the morning. That's really good for your brain activity. You check that out. You can stare at the sun when it's low. It's really awesome. Oh my. Don't believe the lies. Don't let them take your mind. It's a diaper bag. Interested in science, sir?
Pardon?
Are you interested in science?
Science?
Yeah. I might be able to teach you something you never thought about.
You have a hell of a time doing that.
Oh, really? You think you heard it all, right?
No.
That's a good idea. You know, the day that you don't learn something new is the day you die. You're supposed to learn something new every day. Make sure it's the truth, though. Don't believe the lies, don't let it So do you girls go to the Boyertown school? So what about all the controversy about the bathrooms?
We haven't really heard anything about it. Not since last year. They put it in.
So what if you're in the girls' locker room changing and some guy walks in, what would you do?
I mean, I don't really change for gym usually. They just let me in school.
Nah, come on now. Think. Don't try and just get out of the question. So you're evading the question by saying that, right? You know that.
That's what I do. I don't get changed. I just walk out to the gym, so I'm not in the locker room for very long. I don't know. I feel like I feel uncomfortable.
I would be uncomfortable. We used to get showers when I was young. I mean,
No, we do not do showers. We get 4 minutes to change.
yeah. Amazing that they would, have all this gender confusion. I think those are confused people. They need to be someplace where confused people go. Right?
Whatever.
You never had that gender confusion stuff when you were young.
No.
I think it's all like a plan of the pharmaceutical companies because they shut down all the mental hospitals and places, and now they have them all on drugs out in the population. And my sister used to work for a Norristown State Hospital, and she said, yeah, when they go out into the population, they get taken advantage of because they really don't understand what they're supposed to do. So it doesn't help them either. But it sells a lot of drugs. Let me just smell it. Don't believe the lies. Don't let them change your mind.
Yeah, put it there.
Yeah, they're $1.
I'm coming over. Okay. No. Yeah. I said this is already in.
Yeah, UK.
How you doing? Did you ever hear of something called the flat earth? No? Well, they're teaching us lies in the schools. We do not live on a spinning ball. It's actually a flat surface. And I can prove that all with this evidence we have. Did you ever hear of this? Never did. You want to take something along and look at it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to go out and get that couple more dollars so I can give that guy. And get some honey, because I love honey. And I like to support the bee guys. Let me see what I got. Oh, I got 10. Oh, I'm rich. 10 bucks. I got 10 bucks, I'm rich.
Very good.
Did you girls get one of these?
Thank you.
Why don't you discuss that? It's good discussion. Would you like one of these? You can look at it. Here, did I give you one of these? Take a look at it.
Right, what they're eating.
What will this get me? It's a good one. What will that get me? What size? One of them?
One of these.
Should I get the dark one or the lighter one?
A dark one. The dark one is fall on in the fall.
But this is a mixture, this one.
Oh, this is spring.
That's a mixture?
Yeah, well, yeah, because that would be more when they're... This
Love
is
it.
probably clover.
I'll take this. What? Oh, it's $9?
Yeah.
Oh, I get $1 back. Thank you so much. Here. Here, I'll give you one of my things. You can read that when you get a chance.
Okay, thank you.
Would you like one? It's science.
Okay, thank you.
I'm right over here. Wait, don't walk away. Here, take one of these things with you. And you can look all this stuff up. There's like 10 things in there that you can discuss with your kids and say, am I really being told the truth? Government would never lie to us, would they? Everybody does that.
I think Steph said she needed one, so.
Can I interest you in some science?
No, thank you.
These are 10 things here you can look up and think about for yourself.
Okay, I'll take that.
Do you like science? We can have a discussion about some things here. And I can teach you a few things about the earth that you live on. Okay? And it's really a flat surface. It's not a spinning ball like they teach us in the schools. Yeah, that's right. You can take that along with you, but let me just show you here. This is a flat earth map. This is the best one we got. Okay? North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. And this is what Antarctica looks like. It holds in the water. So it doesn't fall off the edge. But I think there's still a globe, a dome over the top of us, because when we look at lightning sprites, you can see them coming off of the dome. Okay? The sun is very close, like within 100 miles. It's not 93 million miles away. And they're lying to us about all these things. And I think the reason why they do that is so they can be in ultimate authority. See, if there's a flat surface with a dome, then somebody had to create that, and we ought to figure out who that is. Right. So here they see Chicago across Lake Michigan. 60 miles, that should be 1,700 feet. That should be hidden. That should be over the curve. Well, no, it's not. It's right there, and we can prove that it's not a mirage. Here on a flat surface, you get a straight line of reflection. But if it's a curved surface, only you get a little dot. But this is reality, isn't it? The line of reflection. So we got to think about all these things. How come they're teaching us lies about this? Why are they teaching us that?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You into science, man? Mister, you into science? You like